Hi, Rachel. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Thursday. And Rachel, is this the first Thursday I'm back from my vacation? I'm in a time warp.
It
In a
is.
time warp.
Yes, it is.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. It's taken me, I don't know if it's my age or what, but it's taken me a little bit longer to get back in my groove, you know. So, but I'm going to give myself a little grace and compassion. Yeah, but I had a great time. I know you didn't ask me, but I'm telling you, I had a good time. It was great with my daughter. If
Good.
you want to read a funny story, check out my latest blog post.
Oh, okay. And where do people find that blog post if they don't know?
Way different. WEIGH different dot blog.
Perfect. Yeah. So if people don't
Yes.
know, Dr. Gilbert writes
Yeah.
a very well written blog, often with humor, lots of sentiment and emotion, and tangible concepts for living. So you got to check it out.
Oh, thank you, Rachel.
Yes.
So yes, we had a great time. And Rachel, I want to tell you, I got my two desserts that I was looking forward to for, I don't know, months, right?
Yeah.
And so I've left one on the best thing ever list, and one has kind of fallen off. Yeah, I know. Yeah, so the first one was Hawkins Bakery Long John, iced with chocolate icing and then stuffed with this cream filling. It is delicious. So I put a picture of me eating this. Now, to be fair, I used to be able to eat two of those, Rachel, at a time. Two. I could only eat, it was a lot to eat, maybe half of one. So, but I enjoyed every bite of that. It was absolutely delicious.
Pleasure. You ate it with pleasure and
I ate it
joy.
with pleasure, joy, nostalgia with my daughter, connection. I ate it with connection.
Yes.
And yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
And then I had a great conversation with the bakery person there, and it was good. It was great. So and then my other treat that I was going to enjoy, which I did enjoy, was Grater's ice cream. And what I learned about Grater's, I didn't know this. I don't know why. I guess I didn't. Rachel, this is one of the new things I do. I read labels now.
Yeah.
Yes. And that was a good thing. And then it became the reason why this is off of my
So
yeah.
Had the Long John had an ingredient list, would that have changed it for you?
It might have. I don't know. It's possible. Yeah. But yeah, the Long John did not have an ingredient list. Grater's ice cream, however, did. And one of the things I noticed, which is cool, so I bought the black raspberry chocolate chip. Okay. And the black raspberries, Rachel, they are from Oregon. And it says
they are. Of course they are.
And it says it right there on the label. Yes, Oregon. Shout out for Oregon. It says it right there on the label, and it's their most popular flavor, of course.
Of course.
But then I read a little bit further, Rachel, and about the soy lecithin, the carrageenan, and the natural flavors, and a few more things on that ingredient list that I don't think they put in there 150 years ago when they started their company.
No.
I'm just going to say that.
Right.
Say that. Yeah.
Right. My guess is they're shipping it further. They're trying to keep it more shelf stable, longer freezer life. They figured out how to not get ice crystals on, all the things.
All the things. Yeah. Still has that smooth texture and everything like that. But I enjoyed it. And I'm going to say I am going to retire that one.
It served a purpose. You are thankful for its time. Goodbye. Like yeah. Isn't that amazing how
Yeah.
things like that, and it's likely will still, knowing the brain chemistry, it will likely still
Mhm.
have a memory, a stronghold in your
Mhm.
brain for quite
Mhm.
some time, but you're in
Yes.
the process of detaching the reward
Yes.
with it and become
Yes.
disenchanted with
Mhm.
how it used the value it used to hold in
Yes.
your.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love what you're saying. And we're kind of jumping into this lifestyle discussion. Maybe this is a springboard into that because we've been talking all about dieting versus lifestyle. If I were on a diet, I would have to grit my teeth and, oh, I can't eat it. I can't eat it. I'm walking this tightrope the whole time, my whole trip, blah, blah, blah. Or I would have been, like, oh, I'm on vacation, everything's fair game kind of a thing. But because I'm living this life of, and I'm not saying, whatever. I'm trying to be more at ease, more at peace in the moment, enjoying that connection with people, not getting obsessed at the same time, paying attention.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, so we're in this series right now called Diet Mentality versus
Mhm.
Lifestyle Mentality, and we've been comparing the differences. And today we want to talk a little bit about just the habits and the behaviors that that grow and scale as you progress through this journey. So
Mm.
I love how you said, I could have you could have gone into this vacation with the diet mentality. I've got to grit my teeth. With a diet mentality, we frequently are thinking in terms of 6 weeks or 6 months or when I lose the weight
Mm.
or just get skinny enough for the wedding that I'm going to. Something like
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
It's a very
Yeah.
fixed mindset. We're looking at a
Yeah.
small, I can do anything for that in a period of time.
Yeah.
And so you might choose to go on vacation and grit your teeth. You
Mhm.
also said you might go on your vacation and decide to just laissez-faire, a la carte, uh,
All those bar. Yeah. Don't hold
everything
back.
is
Yeah.
there. The third option here too, though, there's this third option of gritting your teeth and trying and trying and trying and then failing
Ooh.
somewhere in between, and then that beating you up.
Mhm.
And so whatever it is, the lifestyle mentality, it's so interesting. We know this, we've experienced this. I'm sure people listening have experienced elements of this for sure. And
Mhm.
I want to highlight it because we don't talk about it enough. But there's a switch that happens in the brain when we're open-minded and at peace with the lifestyle mentality. Like you said, you went with an open mind of freedom. You felt a freedom to enjoy this
Mhm.
thing. You
Mhm.
planned it ahead of time. You had built value into it, and it was going to be this thing that you valued, but for a different reason, not
Mm.
because you were binging on vacation,
Right.
not because you were. It was the one thing you can only have, and
Yeah.
it better, that kind of thing. When we're open-minded like that in that growth mindset, it's so weird. But then all of a sudden, the power that these things had over us, they no longer exist. We're in control of how we think and feel about it. That ice cream no longer had the power and control. And you were coming at it with this curious mindset, and it
Mhm.
was okay. And suddenly you're thinking, oh, not not so great anymore, and that felt good. It wasn't
Mhm.
restrictive, it wasn't binding, it wasn't punitive. It's this
Mhm.
different shift of mind that comes
Mhm.
in the peace and the freedom of a lifestyle.
Right. Yeah, that's great. I think you're exactly right, Rachel. As you're growing in your kind of expertise about your own body, your health, you're
Yes.
figuring things out along the way, it becomes an empowering moment, I guess,
Yes.
to make the decision. Yeah. Um, yeah, this no longer serves me, or I can't even remember what I said. It's off my Christmas card list now.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I don't need it. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, it was
Mhm.
good. Yeah, I appreciate what it did do, but
Yeah.
I'm moving on to bigger and better things, something like that. Yeah.
Right. And this is kind of one example
Mhm.
of many ways that the healthy lifestyle ways, or the
Mhm.
healthy lifestyle mindset or
Mhm.
mentality, um, grows and scales us as
Yeah.
we stay patient with the process.
Mhm. Right.
The journey, it's a journey, not a
Mhm.
destination. The process is part of the change.
Mhm.
Gosh, everybody wants to get to where they're going, right? I want to
Yeah.
have weight loss. I want to be healthy. I want to have the medications gone. But what we need you to know is the journey as you get there is
Mhm.
what changes you.
Yeah.
If I could
Oh.
just snap my fingers, nothing about you has changed.
Mm.
Just maybe there's no the extra weight is gone or the health is there, but you aren't changed. You
Mm.
must go through the process is the change. And
Yeah.
so as we go through these changes, um, we put all these little tips and tricks and hacks and
Mhm.
ways, and they grow and they scale, and we start to get
Mhm.
curious about how could I use this to apply to this, and
Mm.
all of it, this is key. All of it is from a desire to do it.
Right.
We talked about this a couple weeks ago. Want to versus have to.
Yeah.
Want to explore this more. I want to change this part. I'm curious about it, and it's no longer the have to, the
Yeah.
forced. And yeah.
That's so true. And I'm just thinking about my own journey, Rachel, and about when I had actual goals. I mean, I'm a goal oriented person. I set goals at the beginning of every year, whatever. That's um, I've been doing that for years. And every year, this is before, during my dieting season, which I've had, I would set goals about eating vegetables. Okay. And I would never meet the goal. Never meet the goal. And I don't even know the why of it, and I don't know where it changed in my brain in the way I'm thinking about that. But now it's not like I didn't eat any vegetables, but I wasn't, I certainly wasn't where I could be, and it wasn't where I wanted to be. And the mindset was, I have to eat vegetables, versus now. And again, it is like even I don't know, magical thing that happens along the way. It's that process of change that
Yes.
I want to eat vegetables.
Yes.
I want to.
I love that you use the word magic because that's kind of the only word I can think. There's no other better way to describe it. I know it's not actual magic, but how do you describe a shift that happens that you don't even know how it happened?
I know.
You don't even know the moment or the day that you changed.
Yeah.
And I love that you mentioned goals. Gosh, I rarely then, as I was growing in my health journey, and I rarely now hit my goals. My goals are big. They're up
Yeah.
here. For a reason. I rarely hit them 100%. I'm rarely perfect, but that's not the goal anymore. The goal is I'm reaching for something.
Right. Yeah.
And the fact when I make the progress, when I do almost all of the goal, I build confidence. But I also now know that oftentimes the reason I don't meet the goal all the way 100% is because the way that I wrote the goal or the way that I expected
Mm.
myself to succeed
Mhm.
that week
Mhm.
was not reasonable.
Mhm.
And so that grace comes in like, oh, yeah, my goal was way up here. I hit it here, but rad. I wasn't down here. Cool.
Yeah.
There were reasons I didn't, go this distance. I'm okay with that. Move on. It's a quick reset. But again, this stuff is like magic. It
Right.
really is. With the consistency and progress in your journey,
Mhm.
we're
Yeah.
both testifying to this happening. So
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness?
yes.
Yeah. So good. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, and I like the way you're constantly tweaking, trying new things, going back to the drawing board. This wasn't working, or maybe I need to do a little bit more of this, and you're adding, and yeah, just trying different things. I can remember kind of, just aha moments along the way, and you're seeking information, seeking, not just information, but practical steps, truth, to improve your, not just your physical health, but all, all aspects of your health.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's an interesting process, and I want to just encourage people listening to stay the course.
Mm.
Just
Yeah.
stay consistent. Don't quit. Don't give up. don't, I know that the discouragement comes, frustrations come. This is
Mhm.
part of the process. You know,
Mhm.
I can be so bold to say, be grateful for the
Yeah.
stumbling blocks, be grateful for the speed bumps and the setbacks,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
this is where you learn what you're made of. This is where you learn
Mhm.
how to recover, how to get back.
Mhm.
And then once you get back up and you recover and you're resilient, you know
Mhm.
now you can do it the next time.
Right.
We
Yeah,
gotta have that win to be able to know we can do it next time.
that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
very good. Okay, Rachel, thanks for that. I know that you have we both have some hard deadlines here, but before we end, why don't you tell me what's on your plan for dinner?
Yeah. So for dinner tonight, we are getting ready to head up to northern Portland for my
Mhm.
niece's
Oh,
wedding rehearsal tonight, and then wedding.
well.
Very excited. And they're going to have a pizza food truck, and
Mhm.
they're going to have plant-based, or I don't think it'll be vegan, but it'll be some good health veggie options. I'm really excited. I love pizza. It's one of my kind of like your Long John thing. You know, this is a high value food for me, and I typically have pizza about once a week, and it's usually very, veggie strong. This will probably not be as healthy, but I'm looking forward to seeing what are the options. How can I tweak it? Can I ask them to add more veggies? If I'm up at the food truck and I can order what I want, what can I? This is like a
Yeah,
game. I'm always
yeah,
like, how much can I make them fix the food how I want it?
yeah, yeah.
How convincing can I be? How many vegetables do you have behind the counter? Them
Put a
all,
bowl on there.
and they're like, you mean, like no, I mean all of them. We're like, well, I've got some pepper on. Yes, those. Oh, I think, yep. I mean, everyone. And I usually get a beautiful result. So I'm kind of excited.
That's great.
Yeah. How
I
about
love
you?
it. Well, I have a student with me, and I'm showing her Nourish Bowl, and actually, we are inviting, and I haven't haven't done this yet, so I'm glad I'm talking about it, so I can make the invitation to someone tomorrow. So I'm going to do prep work, which I'll eat for dinner tonight for our lunch tomorrow. So we're going to do prep work for that beautiful Nourish Bowl. And if people want, they go to American College of Lifestyle Medicine, ACLM. They have a beautiful colored infographic about how to make this delicious Nourish Bowl, and then or these smooth green smoothies.
Yes.
And so we're going to do that. We're going to do the prep work for that. I think I'm going to roast. Rachel's going to be so proud of me. I'm going to roast chickpeas. I'm going to for the protein part. I'm going to roast tofu. What? And I also do some salmon. So we'll have some protein. We've got a bunch of greens and then vegetables. I'm starting to get vegetables, not just from my garden, but from other people's gardens. And I'm so
Oh,
grateful.
yes.
Yes.
Yes. Share the
Grateful for
wealth, everybody. Share
yeah,
the vegetables.
share. Yeah. It
Yeah.
is so amazing, Rachel. I can't believe how much produce from one plant. I
Mhm.
cannot possibly eat all this zucchini, you know, and I haven't learned how to preserve zucchini other than
I
pickling.
either. I was
Yeah.
just thinking that. How do you preserve zucchini? Yeah, we need to look into that.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a girlfriend who does something. I don't know if she dehydrates it and makes it into kind of a full, I don't know. But anyway, she does something. So I'm gonna have to talk to her. But anyway, yeah. So sharing and yeah, is great. So
Share the
yeah,
abundance.
I share
Yes.
the abundance. Yeah.
Well, that sounds
All right.
delicious. You're gonna have so much fun
Yeah.
with that.
Thank you so much. And
Yeah.
thank you for joining us, everybody. And we will continue our conversation next Thursday. Until
Yes.
then, everybody stay healthy.
Be
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.